All right, greetings everyone. Good evening and welcome to the stream, or good morning, or good afternoon, or good night, whatever time it is in your part of the galaxy. Hope you're making it a great day. Got some GACs to play today. Maybe we can do a little discussion on strategy and tactics. Somebody heard me say in one of my streams that I was going to use my defensive strategy and offensive tactics, and they said don't understand the difference. So we could talk today a little bit about my definitions and whether or not it's true according to Webster's. I don't know, but to me they're different things. But yeah, you have to have one before the other. Obviously you have to have a strategy first, and tactics is more about execution. So yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit later on if y'all are interested and we get some downtime. What you guys got going on tonight? How you doing in your GACs if anybody's playing? I know it's pretty early in the round. It just cleared for attacks, right? Some people like to wait for attacks. But for those people who are playing your GACs, let me know. Let me know how that's going. Got Jar Jar Binks in the house. Vincent Witzlev is here. Planned Karma says hello. Vincent says, Starkiller seems to be bugged when I attack with EP. SK doesn't assist anymore. Well, I guess if it's a known bug, it'll get fixed. If it was an unintentional interaction, it'll be gone forever. We'll wait to see if there's news. Did you file a bug report on it? I don't think bugs can happen on your individual device, though, right? Like, it has to be a coding problem for it to be a bug in the game. You can't, like, have a problem on your device just because you need to reboot the device. I don't think that's the way it works in the game. So, yeah, if it's a bug, probably gotta report it. Nothing will be done. It's like a lot of things. You report the bug and nothing gets done about it. But if 1,000 people report the same bug, then it'll get addressed. So every little bit helps. Bartosz Switalski. Hello from Poland. It's 1:30 a.m. here, and I wanted to go to sleep. And then you started a live stream. You can go ahead and go to sleep and watch my stream tomorrow. Just come on over to my channel and click on live streams, and you'll be able to watch it. If you got a question, let me know here up front, and we'll answer your questions. Slide says, hey DL, random question when you have a chance. Can you explain the armor penetration stat and what does it even mean? Sure, can do that. Jar Jar says he just started with his GAC. Vincent says, no, I just noticed it now and I'll lose my GAC because of it. Oh man, that's rough. That's rough. I don't know. I feel like that sometimes with those droids, the Vulture droids in the Separatist fleet, like they're supposed to assist, and it's still buggy. I mean, they assist sometimes they don't. It's like, and I feel like that too. Like sometimes you're in territory wars and you're fighting a fleet battle, and it's like, man, I'm gonna lose because I'm getting no assists from my little Vulture droids. They're just sitting there doing nothing. So I wish they said they fixed it, and I think it's fixed for the most part, but for me, it still doesn't work all the time. I still get times when they definitely should be assisting and they're not. They're not dazed or stunned or nothing's stopping them from assisting, and they just decide not to. So, pretty random. Hey DL, how would you go about rehabbing a bloated old roster? So, if you have an old roster, the risk is always fleet. So let's say you have an account that had like 4 million GP a long time ago. Well, you should play it, right? Build an Executor or a Profundity. Probably Executor is better on an account that's that age. And, get busy with getting your fleet currency and just start building from there. The size of the account, the bloat doesn't matter anymore. At some point it did. It mattered, but not anymore. You can just do whatever. If it's Like, let's say you have 4 million effective GP, but you blew the account up to 6.2 million. That's fine. It's just more stuff that you can contribute in territory battles when you deploy. So there's no penalty in the game for it now like there used to be with GAC. All right, so explain armor penetration and what it does. Okay, so first things first. There is an armor stat on your character, and when you see the term armor or defense, oops, clicked the wrong button. When you see armor or defense, it refers to this number. And unfortunately, the way that they set it up in the game, and this is actually the same in World of Warcraft and a couple other games that I've played, where due to the way the programming works, you actually have to establish defense as a numeric value. So what happens, you see like 11.75% defense. Well, that's a percent defense number. And then you see, like somewhere in here, you'll see a flat defense. Well, okay, we're not seeing flat defense anywhere. Let's see. Anyway, so there are flat defense numbers as well. Then when you go to your character, you go to look at your armor, and it's listed as a percentage. So what happens is the character itself has a number, 11,000, whatever, assigned to your armor. And then it has a equation that converts this to an armor percent. And what this armor percent represents is the amount of raw damage that your character ignores. So if you went in against the character that hit you for 100,000 damage, 46.3% of that would be reduced by your armor, and you would take 53,700 damage, right? You would take 53.7% of the incoming damage, because that's what's left over after your armor, let's say, soaks the damage. As you get a percent, let's say you get 20% armor, and you take this from 11,000 and add another 2,200 to it, so now it's 13,000. When that converts to a percent, maybe it gives you another 6% armor. But what you'll notice is if you do another 20% on top of that, it'll only be like 5.3% and then 4.7%. So every time you add more percent armor, it gives you an increasingly lower increase in the percent armor value, which makes people think that armor's not that good of a stat. But what you're actually looking at is the amount of damage that gets through. So if we pick a character like Kylo Ren Unmasked or something like that, we should see an armor value up around 70%. Let's see, where's Chrysanthemum? Chrysanthemum must have good armor. I think. I hope. I don't actually know. Okay, so his armor percent's at 72.9%, so 73%. So that means of the damage that comes in, only 27% of it gets through. All right, now the armor penetration, right? Your character will have resistance penetration for special attacks and armor penetration for regular attacks. Now, the armor penetration that you see here is 50. So that means if your opponent has 1100 armor, you ignore 50 of that armor. So it's all mixed up with flat numbers and percents, and I don't know the exact equation, right? So I can't tell you exactly what the armor number on your character looks like. 50, I think, is pretty low for armor penetration. Okay, let's take an attacker character, and we should see that they have a lower armor stat and also lower armor or higher armor penetration. So let's look at Han for example. 204 armor penetration. Okay, so now if you have 11,000 armor, he penetrates 204, which is, I don't know, 5% damage or something like that. I can't do the math that quickly in my head, but it's some amount. And I don't know that 11,000 is the right number. I think that, in theory, is what I calculated for a very high armor character that had like 75% armor. I feel like the number that I calculated for the flat number was 11,000. And I did that by guessing at the equation and then adding armor and then taking it off. And anyway, so this armor penetration number then represents how much of the opponent's armor you ignore. All right, now we've gotten that far. So in a Datacron, when you increase your armor penetration percent, it's increasing this value on your character. So if I had 100% armor penetration off a Datacron, then his armor penetration would be 408. Right? Because 204 times an extra 100% is 408. So it doesn't like when you see 100% armor penetration, you would look at your armor stat and go, oh, well, if I penetrate 100% armor, then this guy has no effective armor. But that's not how it works. It's increasing your armor penetration stat here, which generally for most characters is it's pretty insignificant anyway. And I don't even think that there's like, I don't have all the masteries memorized, but I feel like you don't get better armor penetration from masteries. Okay, Dark Trooper has good armor penetration. Check that out. He's got 389. So he would get more armor penetration than almost twice as much as Han. He does get armor penetration. So taking a character from Relic 7 to 8 here, for example, would give you another 30. Is that also true for lower relic levels? Let's try to find another attacker that has similar masteries that's a lower. Battle Droid might have similar masteries. Let's take a look. His armor pen is 517. Dang. He's got pretty significant armor penetration. Okay, but it's not on his list of stuff that would improve at Relic 5. All right. So there you have your explanation. It's very difficult to figure out based on your teams how effective that really is. Because I honestly don't know. I don't know all the numbers, and I don't know for an average team if like the 204 that we see on Han is just garbage and we don't care. But I never go into my characters and look and see who's got the most armor penetration and match that up with the Datacron. Or at least I haven't yet. All right. It's the bloated roster was 3 million with a few relics and no Galactic Legends. 70 in Fleet Arena. Yeah, what I've told people before is if you go into your current Fleet Arena and you look at the top placements, if there's 5 or more Leviathans, I don't know. That's rough. Then maybe you just build Galactic Legends instead because you're really not going to get fleet placement. But no, I would say even for a 3 million account, I would just build the Executor and then start building whatever you want. GLs, other stuff. Build for the new raid. Get current with what's going on in the game. And then take a look at Galactic Legend Leia and building other characters that can participate in the new upcoming raid. My 5s has armor of 81%, says Darth Robre. How the heck do you get to 81%? If you use defensive main stats, you can get there. You just using defense sets. Because defense sets have a 20% bonus, or is it 25? Let's take a look here. Yeah, 25% bonus for each set that you get. You can get 75% defense bonus just for 3 defense sets. And for characters that already have high defense flat numbers, like I think 5s is something like 60%. Your defense mod always has, or your diamond mod always has 20% defense as the stat, so you've always get that. And then if you got 3 sets, I think your 5s is already like 78% or something like that. So with another percent defense stat in there, or just some good, percent defense substats, you get over 80%. And just remember, it's the higher your armor goes, it's escalation in inverse. So having 82% armor means that only, or 81% armor means that only 19% of the raw damage incoming gets through. So that 100,000 hit on 5s is only going to do 19,000 damage. It's really good. The armor stat is really good in the game. But the way it works, and I've explained before, like the balance between health and defense. If you go all in on defense, it has diminishing returns. So when you have your base stat of 100,000 hit points and you add your first 16% health, for example, you get 16,000 health, which is 16% of your base. If you add on 4 mods that have the health percent main stat and you get a bunch more health percent, and let's say you get 5 instances of that 16%, it represents 80% health, but it all goes back to that original stat. So the first 16 gives you 16,000 health, which is 16% of your life total. The second 16,000 gives you another 16,000, but now you had a base of 116,000 because you already had one bonus. So now it only adds 14%. And the next one adds 12%, and then 10%. And by the time you get to your 5th or 6th bonus, compared to the total overall stat, you're adding less and less percentage-wise. So if you do health main stats on your mods, and you do defense sets, then you get a very nice balance where the sets are increasing your armor, which reduces the incoming damage. Your health percent main stats are giving you more health, and you use both of them in a way that minimizes the diminishing returns. The problem that a lot of people, and you'll see, like, I don't know, guys in Kyber 1 who have 10 million accounts, you know the streamers that I'm talking about, the guys that are at the end of the game, and they'll say defense mods are terrible. And there's a couple characters in the game that make defense completely trivial, right? So when Rey does her ultimate, for example, it does all of this stuff, can't be defeated, blah, blah, right? Where is it? Okay, the attack can't be countered. She deals true damage, ignores defense, okay? So in this case, if you had all kinds of defense stacked up on your 5s, true damage doesn't care, right? With regards to true damage, your defense stat is 0. So you just take it, and there's no reduction from your defense. So if you're fighting against Rey, or you're fighting against other characters that have true damage, it's better just to have more health. I don't know. I would rather mod the character just generically good than, mod it for that small percentage chance of times when it matters. Against armor shred, I've done the calculations there as well, and if you compare health and defense against an enemy that armor shreds, up to 2 armor shreds, you're still better off with the defense, the armor stat on your mods. After the 3rd hit with armor shred, then it's worse. So against a couple shreds, defense is still better. Against a stack of a lot of shreds, then you're better off just having health. All right, dissertation on defense stat. No glasses today, DL? Oh, man. I'm supposed to be wearing those. Dang it. Yikes. Let me see if I can arrange a glasses delivery. I'll text and see if I can get my child to bring my glasses up to me. So, I don't know. You know how it is. Your wife and kid are on the phone the entire day, listening to videos and looking at other stuff while you're trying to get their attention. And then when you actually text them something, the phone's like put down in the bathroom across the house and they'll never look at it. Yeah, I should be wearing my glasses, for sure. Music Rat Gerber says, nobody explained it so well before. I'm hanging on your lips. That's funny. Darth Robbery says it's a great explanation. Hey, thanks. I appreciate that. Slide says, thanks for the explanation, especially because that stat seems so relevant to the current datacrons. Yeah, it is. And that's, I mean, because it's linked to a stat that's pretty bad on your character anyway, when you look at the datacron numbers, they look massive, right? So you get percent defense penetration, and it gives you like, 48% defense penetration on a roll or something like that. And it seems like it's just a math, like right here, level 2 is 49% armor penetration already, right? That scared me. Thank you.
I saw you like.
Yee! Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're the best. All right, I organized the glasses delivery. Thanks for the reminder. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, so if you roll that armor penetration up here, it'll be like, I don't know, crazy numbers like 98% or 115%. But all it's doing is increasing that armor penetration stat on the character. It's not giving the whole team like massive armor penetration. So unless you already have good armor penetration, it's useless. I mean, it's okay, right? So if you get a Datacron that has some good offense on it, some good crit chance, and also has extra armor pen, it's going to help a little bit. All right. Hey, Loquitur, how you been? It's been a while since I've been in here. I quit Swgoh for over a year now, says Charlie Knife. Oh, you coming back, or are you just hanging out with us tonight, Charlie? Are you back to playing? Slide says, new video series explaining various different stats. Wink, wink. If you watch my Mod Mastery series, I go through a lot of this defense stuff in my Mod Mastery series. I think like the 3rd or 4th video, there's a whole section called In Defense of Defense. And that's where I did like the math. And I showed that even with a character like Padme has skill that gives protection up. And again, for any new players who might not know, it's weird how the game calculates this. Wow, okay, so I somehow typed in Padme. All right. So when she gives protection up stat, protection up is based off of health. So if you have 100,000 health and 100,000 protection, your protection up will be, you know, stacking 10%, blah, 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 whatever. But that protection up number is calculated from your health pool, not your protection pool. So because of that, everybody thinks that just stack health all day long on Galactic Republic. But in truth, it works the same way. Using defense mods with health main stats gives you the most survivability even in a Padme team. And in fact, because of the recovery, that effect of balancing between defense and health is even more prevalent. Yep. All right. We probably should go play a Grand Arena sometime. Charlie says, I just saw the live stream on my feed and thought I'd say hello. Well, hello. I can't come back. I quit right before junior year in high school because I was spending way too much time and money. It just became unhealthy. So I missed being in here, though. I loved your streams and videos. Well, you're welcome to come hang out with us anytime and spend as much or as little time as you like. All right, let's take a look at some Grand Arenas here. We got Darth Loquitur, Grand Arena, 2 checks. So we did get another green check. We fought for a 2-zone clear against our prior opponent. And he had cleared a couple zones. I'm sorry, we got a 3-zone clear here. And he didn't come back and continue playing. So I thought he might not be done yet. We left that Treya team on the back that we couldn't quite clean up. But he was indeed done playing, so we got the win. 2 wins so far. The opponent for today, I'm worried, guys. I'm worried. I'm 6.9 million. His galactic power is 7 million. It's been a really long time. I can't even remember. Since like the very first little bit after they reset. It's been like 2 years ago that they did the GAC reset, right? Has it been that long? Has it been 2 years since they reset how GAC works? It must have been, right? Because it was before the TCO account. Dang. Okay, so 2 years ago, they reset, and I probably played some people that were less GP than me. But since then, I've never played somebody with less GP than my account. This is the closest it's come. He's 7 million, and I'm 6.9. And that's scary, right? Because usually if people are low galactic power at the same level as you, means they're really good players. So this guy's probably got a good account, good mods, and probably be a challenge for me today. 2.8 in ships, 4.1 in characters. Galactic War Battles won 18,000, so that's 4.5 years. I see Kenobi and I see Executor right away on the arena tabs. Let's see if he also has Profundity. Okay, just Executor. No Leviathan, no Profundity. So we're okay-ish on ships. We may even have a little bit of an advantage over him. Character-wise, though, he's got 4 GLs in the house already. Jabba, Luke, Kenobi, and SLKR. Got General Skywalker in here. All the requirement characters that you would expect. There's Malgus at Relic 6. Malak at Relic 6. Starkiller's in the house. Hondo Onaka. So does he have Afra? Nope, don't see Afra. Interesting. So he built the Hondo. Doesn't have the Afra yet. Alright. And then this is just stuff, right? We don't we don't see a lot of stuff in here that isn't just requirement characters for his GLs. As typical. So GL requirements, Revens, Malak, stuff like that, that's relicked. Not too many surprises in here. Got Rex relicked already though. Captain Rex. Relic 6. So we might have to pay some attention to that if we see some kind of crazy Phoenix team on defense. All right. Well, let's take a look at his mods real quick. I want to see. I'm assuming he's got pretty good mods. Commander Ahsoka, fastest non-GL character, 357. Not the fastest we've ever seen, but that's pretty fast. Mara Jade's up there too, huh? Look at that, 347. Yikes. Star Killer team's going to be out of trooper range, right? Because that'll be 415 speed. I won't be able to get over that. 345 on Piet. Nice. So as expected, this player has some pretty good mods. 318 on Darth Revan. The speed set. How about Bosk? Bosk under 300, 297. Okay, so yeah, we got. We're gonna have to watch out for speed on a lot of these teams. Let's get in there and take a look. See what kind of defenses I have to deal with. Hey, there's Swgoh, man. So, yikes, I don't really have anything to deal with that. So, looks like a 2-zone clear through ships. Got Mon Mothma, Grievous. We could take a shot at this. I mean, we could. There's no Datacron there. The relic levels on these guys aren't crazy. We could try to 2-shot Jabba. If we don't need CLS anywhere specifically, if he doesn't have a gas up top or something like that. We got Malgus up top. So I've used Luke against the Malgus team and done okay with it. We've got a Qui-Gon team up here that like a lot of people. There's an Old Ben in the team. Old Ben is not Galactic Republic. He nerfs Jedi Knight Anakin's damage. This team is significantly less of a threat as soon as you put any non-Galactic Republic in there. So that's not great. We've got this Bounty Hunter team. This is an offensive team. I don't know why it would be on defense, but we got stuff that can beat that. Zam is not in there, so there's no huge speed boost. We could probably do that with Emperor Palpatine. So the question is, how do I kill Malgus? Because the couple options that I have, I can actually take Sith Eternal in against Jabba. Get some of the ads down. It'll basically end up, it should, just end up with Jabba and Sith Eternal staring at each other until timeout. And then I can bring in my troopers, for example, and clean him up. He has SLKR, most likely on offense. So I'm going to have to be able to deal with that. I could also bring in CLS here and try to get the... Yeah, there's no guarantee I kill Chrysanthemum though, right? So I can work around Chrysanthemum and I can kill the other characters. CLS should be able to kill Chrysanthemum too. He'll get the ult, he'll kill one of my characters. And then again, same thing, if I could get it down to just Jabba, even if CLS doesn't win. So what do you guys think? If I use CLS here, then I still have Sith Eternal to use against the Malgus up top. And then trivialize that combat. So I think we'll try CLS here. See if we can bust through. Need a damaged Datacron, and we just need to get to Boosh Leia. Crit avoidance, we don't want that. Armor penetration, crit chance, big crit damage numbers here with some offense. Speed up on a basic. I feel like that's probably our best Datacron. Alright, let's catch up on chat over here real quick. I've played someone lower GP than me twice and lost both times, says RoboVolk. Yeah, exactly. And there's still a few people out there who like refuse to bloat their account and they're minimizing their GP. Mostly just for bragging rights, I guess. Out of topic, how did you calculate the 4 years on 18K? Well, you just assume that they play 12 galactic war battles a day. And assuming that they do their daily quests every day, it's 4,400 battles a year. So you look at the number and you divide by roughly 4.4, and that gives you the amount of years that person's been playing. So around, 18 is 4 years. A little over 18 is, over 4 years, 4.5 years. Hey DL, just started a free-to-play alt. What guild is yours in? I actually started a new guild. I started a guild called Legio Lex Talionis, and I don't intend to run the guild. I don't intend to be the guild leader, but I sponsored a new player guild called Legio Lex Talionis. If you want to get in, go over on the Discord, talk to the folks that are managing the guild, and get your name on a list to join us. And if there's an opening, then we'll get you in. It filled up after like 4 days. It was crazy. It was, I couldn't believe how fast the guild filled up, but we had 50 people like 4 days after I started the guild. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Looks like we got a cool bunch of people. People generating tickets right and left. Like we already launched our first raid after a couple days. It's been storming. Been storming in the new guild. I have 13K battles, but I took a 5-year hiatus, says Jay. Nice. Hey, thank you for the super chat. Music Ratgibber. Music Ratgibber. That's just hard for me to say. All right, well, let's get in here and see if we can kill this Jabba. Thanks again for the super chat. If you were doing that chat or sticker for an account review, you'll have to get me your number. All right. The key is to kill Abush Leia and try to get Chrysanthemum dead. If we can end the battle with those cleared, we will be satisfied. No assists. Oh man, I forgot. There's no assists on this. Okay. Probably not the best selection of teams though. Alright, let's clear off this taunt. And get Leia out of here if we can. Get some counterattacks, boys. Come on, counterattacks. Counterattacks. Anyone? Bueller? Anyone? We'll do damage because I think I might kill Leia here. We'll do this to just remove some buffs. Let's shoot Lando again. Switch stances. Come in on the Greedo man. Come, Mr. Greedo man, tally me banana. Daylight come and me one go home. I can't sing. Guys, I'm a horrible singer. All right. Got the bombs going off. We're down to Jabba. Chrysanthemum's coming back, though, right? Like, yeah, he ain't done. He ain't done. He's got to go down a second time. I think we kill him a second time, and it's just over, right? He's out. Okay. And then I think the situation here is that because we're debuffing and removing turn meter, we're giving him all kinds of bonuses. And so this just times out, right? Holy cow. We're taking chunks out of this guy. But I think then we get stuck, right? There's something that prevents us from winning this battle. I think it's just the amount of debuffs that we put on him that we can't really stop doing. We're just going to put it on auto. We'll put it on auto. I mean, he's eventually going to get to his Rancor. We got him in yellow, though. Who knows? Let's see. Maybe there'll be a miracle, and somehow we'll deal enough damage to take out Jabba with the CLS team and not have to clean it up. That would be really good. As soon as he gets a turn, though, he's going to do the ability where he points. We got him low in red. Guys, we got him. Okay. We CLS'd the Jabba. Nice. JQ says, I was hoping to sim Galactic War as soon as I could. The Deadly Bluff counter. I did the exact same battle earlier and won. Only Relic 5 Jabba, though. Miracle has happened. What was that Jabba? Was that Jabba only Relic 5? That was a Relic 8 Jabba. I am surprised at that. I feel like CLS typically times out against that team. So... Oh. What? No. I was going to say, is there something wrong with, like, the rest of the team? But, I mean, it's just a normal rest of the team with a Greedo here instead of a Boba Fett. Man. That feels so lucky. Like, I don't know if that's something that can be repeated. We've got Bad Batch here, relatively low relics. Troopers can probably manage this. We can kill Echo first, right? Tech is under stealth. And Wrecker doesn't have taunt automatically at the start of the battle, right? At the start of the battle, blah, 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 gains 1 stack. Whenever he gains stealth, he dispels it and gains taunt. So he doesn't have taunt until, like, somebody takes a turn, right? If I remember right. But even so, he's Relic 3. We probably carve this up with Troopers. And then I might want to try my Nightsisters against that Grievous team. I might. I could also do Jedi. I suppose if he has SLKR on the back wall, I'll regret that, right? So Radice here, Empire team there. I don't know. We got stuff that can beat this. Sith Eternal can go there if we don't need him somewhere else. Okay, so we don't necessarily need our troopers up top. So we should be able to use troopers here. And in this case, I think I need the 5th trooper more than I need the Datacron. Or we could go with a Datacron that has a whole bunch of armor pen. Penetration, offense, crit damage. This is a very offense-minded Datacron. We could take that and hope that it boosts our damage enough that we can carve through this Wrecker if we have to. So he'll go. We got to check speeds. If we're fast enough, then we can just... Okay, so 304. And we're acting at almost 400 on this account, right? Our Gideon is pretty fast, 382. So we're at 402 with this team. So without the Datacron, I can bridge. We can do this. We can do this mass assist. We can do this attack. And then Gideon will have 80% of his turn meter back. 80% of 402 is 320. So that should still be faster than their team, right? He wasn't over 320. 304. So we should be able to do this with 4 troopers and do the armor shred first and the turn meter drain on a second turn. Okay, let's get in there and get this done. Okay. So, Wrecker does have taunt. Let's reduce his armor. Link up the Dark Trooper. Drop the mass assist. Yeah, it's enough. Okay, Echo must go next. And then, man, it's so tempting to punch that little girl. But we're going to resist for now. I would leave her till last if I could, but unfortunately, Teak is under stealth. That's what she calls him, right? Whenever she says his name. Teak! Teak! Teak is a type of wood. Okay. So now we've got Kyle Katarn, Mon Mothma stuff to deal with next. You need to make a short of that one. It's crazy. The Jabba I see in Kyber 2 versus what people in lower GAC brackets have. Was it modded for cholesterol? I've never seen that. Can you check the mods? We get one with 15% Datacron and 300% armor. Yeah, the 15%... well, the 15% stats for Jabba isn't all that great, right? Because you've got like 2 light side characters and 3 dark side characters. So you can't take as much advantage of it as you can with some other teams. But yeah, I get it. Or what I'm doing on my Opticio account with like insane crit avoidance. So I try to make my team as tanky as possible and then tons of crit avoid to make it harder to kill my Jabba. But yeah, I know, like up in Kyber 2, Kyber 1, it's these guys are modded like bricks. All right, let's see. So we've got speed, health, tenacity, offense. That all seems normal. Defense with speed on a health set. Yeah, 2 health, 4 health percent there. Health percent there with 17 speed. Health percent there with 15 speed. And then a speed mod up in the corner. It's not bad. I mean, that's still 150,000 health. 539 speed. I mean, my Jabba is 560, I think. So it's like 20 speed less than mine, but that's not much. I mean, when you're talking 540 speed anyway. Seems to be properly modded. I mean, I think I still got a protection mod in my Jabba because I didn't have a health one for his circle. So let's go look at my Jabba. And no alt. Oh yeah, he's got the alt. Never mind, he's got the alt now. We got that last week. I was going to say no alt. So where are we at? We're at 134,000 with more protection. And, oh, this guy's only 544 speed, so I'm basically same speed as him. 8 more speed on my guy, on this account. I gotta work on my Jabba mods. Yikes. Yeah, this is still a protection mod, I think. Yeah, 24 speed on a protection mod, that's why I picked it. Yeah, we could probably just swap out for this one that's on Old Ben. That's got a ton of defense on it, too. Look at that. Nice. We'll steal Old Ben's mod, and then we'll go fix Old Ben with Jabba's mod. Okay. Mods, empty mod slots. Man, I played the game for so long, I don't even know when they added that empty mod slot sort, but I did not know about it for, I feel like, a long time. And then once I knew it was there, made me feel kind of foolish. So, alright, there we go. Mod fixed. Cool, my Jabba is upgraded. Excellent. It could just be that Datacron, because I picked one that had a ton of offense on it. So maybe there was just enough offense on that Datacron to put that CLS team over the top. That also could be an explanation. Alright, this Mon Mothma team. There's a couple different ways that I can deal with this. I would love to be able to do Enfys Nest here, but there is a sequence of events where Kyle takes out Enfys Nest. Because I have such limited offense right now, I really committed a lot to defense. He doesn't have any potency on him. I'm going to check Mon Mothma to see if she's got potency on her. She does. That's unfortunate. So she's sharing some of that potency with the rest of her group. And then I think he gets like potency up from something, right? No, okay, the potency up comes from Cara Dune. Yes? So without Cara Dune here, can he even debuff me? Can't counterattack. So if this buff lands, it's rough. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk it for a biscuit. I'm going to try to get through this team for cheap using my girl Nest. Come here. Get in there. Alright. And then we just got to ramp like crazy. Let's go. If we can get this win for cheap. Kyle just heals so much, though. It's insane how much he heals. So basically, we're going to have to target Wedge. We'll see if we can get in a loop with Biggs to get our ramping done. Yeah, they got potency up. Where are they getting the potency up from? Whose kit is giving... I didn't see it in Kyle. That doesn't mean it wasn't in his kit. I just didn't see it there when I looked. That's frustrating. Yeah, so he does have the potency up. That's, what, 50% potency? Like flat 50% potency, I think. So at 18%, let's say he got another 30% from sharing stats among all the guys. And another 50%. We're just going to put this on auto basic and let it ramp. So he's probably 48, 50, about 100 potency. We're at something like 178% tenacity on Nest, the way I've got her built. So he's probably got about a 21 in 5 chance of sinking debuffs on me. That's inconvenient. Okay. And there he goes with it. He missed. He didn't get the skill. We're going to target Biggs so that we got a better chance of getting in a loop with Biggs. If you critically hit Biggs, he gets an extra turn. He's got critical hit immunity on him now, though, right? Or is that critical damage up? Let's see. Oh, that's yeah, it's fine. Yeah, so every time we crit him, he gets 100% turn meter. He attacks us back. We counterattack him. He gets 100% turn meter. So it's a way that you can kind of minimize the opponent's amount of animations and do a little ramping on Enfys Nest. Okay. Because the buffs, you may not be cleansing the buffs off of him, but as Biggs takes turns, the buffs expire. And every time a buff or debuff expires, Nest is ramping. 233. There's no Cara Dune in here. Just never try this. If it has Kyle Katarn plus Cara Dune, my win rate against that combo is very low. So I do not recommend trying Nest if you have both Kyle Katarn and Cara Dune as enemies. Cara Dune's animation takes 1.5 years, so she goes, she attacks, she runs across, she stands in front of you for 3 seconds. So the battle just, it goes badly. It times out way too fast. Okay, we're at the point where Nest should be ramped up on damage pretty well. Oh, we got another daze off again. Okay. That daze is super inconvenient. We need to get a turn, get the daze off of us. I'm going to target this rebel trooper. He's the one putting daze on us. So let's see. Yeah, maybe we're just not going to get enough damage here. It seems like we're permanently dazed now that he got leveled up to level 2. Okay. If we get him out of there, he resets to level 1. Which is good for us. Let's get Biggs out of here, force the resurrect again. And hopefully, if we time out, we can at least time out with a couple things dead. I was going to try to kill this trooper to get the daze out of here, but I think we're better. Oh, there it is. Dang. Yep. Dang, 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 dang. All right. Cheap victory denied. Okay. All right. So what are we going to use to clean this up? We've got bounty hunters. He didn't have Lord Vader, so we could probably bring bounty hunters in here. It's a bit of overkill. We've got Traya. We could come in here with Traya. I don't want to have to use a good team here, though. Kyle can just hit pretty hard on that lightsaber toss, though. I don't know. Maybe we use bounty hunters to clean it up. If we use Wampa on this Grievous, then we're at risk for an Iden Versio on the back wall. I'm going to go look at his Imperial Troopers real quick and see if he's got some crazy Iden Versio team that we're scared to find on the back wall. If he has scary troopers, then we may need to do something else with that Grievous team. Okay, so Gideon, Piet, Dark Trooper. He's got some Gear 12 stuff, short and range. Let's try the Nightsisters against Grievous, just for the fun of it. I don't think my Nightsisters are good enough yet to beat Grievous, but I kind of want to try it and see, because he's got a couple Gear 12s here. What do our Nightsisters look like at the moment? So we've got Talzin, Daka, Marin. This might be too weak, because Daka's just like Gear 13, no relic levels on her at all. Kyle makes that no bueno. What if your daughter walked in when you said it's so tempting to punch that little girl? My daughter has a weird sense of humor. So if I said that to my daughter, she would make a joke out of it. She would laugh it off, make some kind of joke out of it. She has my sense of humor, which is, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but we really kind of have an off sense of humor about things. All right, I'm going to try this. This is probably suicide, and I can always come in here and clean it up with the Wampa. But if this works, then I save a team. So I'm trying to get to the back wall without wasting good teams. Got a stun on Grievous. That's all right. We'll just do a basic here. And get the plagues going on these guys, I guess. Oh, I shouldn't do the plague though, right? Because then Grievous will automatically make somebody else taunt. Maybe that was a bad idea to do the plagues. Okay. Everybody's dead. Holy cow. That's a lot more damage than I expected. Okay. Come on now. Okay, kill zombie. Daka, bring stuff back. Marin's going down. Okay, fine. Let's do this and see if we can get some plagues. Saj is down. Okay. We'll bring Saj back again. I know there's some advantages to leaving her dead and letting her resurrect every time somebody does a basic, but... Okay. B1 is down. Let's get everybody back again. Oh. Don't we resurrect all Nightsisters on that skill? What am I missing? Oh man. Brutality here. Okay, let's get Droideka out of here. Just bring them all back again. Heal them all up again. Marin doing Marin things again. Okay. This is working out, y'all. Put some more plagues on here. Because we can. Almost killed by Daka. Daka's hanging tough. Pew. Nice. Okay, 63 banners. Take that. My Kyle is without a Zeta. The Zeta. The Zeta line wraps around the block. Man, I hear you. Like, every character in the account needs a Zeta. Whew. I hear you on that. Definitely. Let's... Bounty Hunters... Sith... If we did Sith, I think if it's okay if we do Sith here. But we don't want to commit we're not going to use Savage here. We're going to try to use some other Sith. We'll use this guy. And we'll use Dookie. Try to get a couple hitters in here. They're going to go after Nihilus. They always do. The hope is that they don't outright kill Nihilus and they'll set him off and they'll give him an instant execute, and then we can just go in there and kill Kyle Katarn. And then from there, the rest is easy. If that doesn't work, then they'll be killing themselves with assists and Marauder will kill them. We're kicking Dooku out. We don't need Dooku. Get out of here, buddy. Okay. We got to make this work. And if this doesn't work and I throw this team away because I didn't commit Savage, then that's going to be a life lesson for me. And I'll be sad. Alright. Let's throw this at Wedge. Okay, Trey is almost down. Cooldowns. Okay, extra guy comes out. Wedge goes down. Let's do the taunt. They'll remove that all over the place. We don't want to do isolate on anybody because we actually want them assisting. I've done that before, you know, isolated when I probably shouldn't have. Treya's down. They're going after Nihilus now. At least a little bit. Let's get our one up. We'll do this again. Let's see if we can kill Kyle. No, not even close. Zoinks. That guy. Come on. All right, we got him down. No res, no res, no whammies, no whammies, no res. Okay, okay, that's it. Run away. Yikes. That was too close. Man, Scion is just not a good tank against that team because they just remove all of his pain. Alright, what do we got on the back wall here? We got that Treya team, but at least it's not like really high relics. So we got Treya, Geos we can handle. This would have been a nice team for Nest, huh? Yikes. Threw her away. That's too bad. Okay, let's go back up to the front wall. I think we need to use Sith Eternal against that Malgus to get us to ships. Not much else to do there. We'll do Malgus with Sith Eternal, Wat Tambor. One tank just to waste time. Get a Datacron. 15% dark side seems good. Extra defensive stats, sure, why not? We don't really want the extra health though, right? That's, yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay. So we should link up Malak and Malgus and get to the ult, burn them down, probably kill Bastila just from the damage, and then finish it out from there. I think that's good. That was a very big Grievous. It's usually not that rough. It's the other way around. I mean, my Nightsisters are pretty small. So, like I said, my Daka is literally gear 13 with no relic levels on her at all. So, not the feistiest of Nightsisters. Okay, Royal Guard. Tanking chunks. You go, man. Just basic here. See if we can cleanse off 1,000,000 debuffs. If he's not dead. And if Wat ever gets another turn again. Okay. I've done absolutely nothing to the opposing team. C waves his hands a few times and like absolutely nothing happening. We got to get the shocks off of this guard if we want to do anything useful over there. Got the ult now. Wat Tambor is never going to get a turn in his entire life, apparently. Okay, just don't ability block me. Yep, there it is. We'll cleanse that ability block with the Wat Tambor buff. Ha! I said Bastila would probably die from the damage. She's the only one who didn't. That's lovely. Well, of course, we insta-killed the Revan, or the Malak and the Malgus. Alright, fine. 62 banners. Lame. Let's take our Home 1 team in here, the Radice team. And we will leave out the 5th. Don't need K2. We're not as worried about the damage because he put in the non-Galactic Republic character. Light side 15%, bunch of extra crit damage. We'll take it. Alright. 4-man this squad. And should be typical protocol, right? Just waste some time. Kill Qui-Gon. Try to soak what Anakin has to offer. And then, you know. kill off the rest of them. I think I'm going to do the area effect with her just to get rid of all these foresights. Then we will hit Mace Windu. Throw some attacks over his way, because we don't have a choice about anything else to do. More foresights. Okay, now we'll do an area effect. And then the next time we get around to Squidman, hopefully we'll be in a position to kill Qui-Gon. Nope, still stuck behind Mace. Never mind. Okay, now we're stuck behind old Ben. We'll eventually get to the alt, and if I can't kill Qui-Gon just like straight up, the alt should kill him at some point. Steal turn meter over here if we can. We got a stun, that's nice. Anakin says no go on the Biston. Let's see if we can get Biston back. Hey, Biston's back with his brand new invention. Okay, now we can see Qui-Gon. Question is, can we kill him? Let's kill Qui-Gon like this and soak the damage in case anybody dies. Then we'll do the alt. Oh, the alt doesn't work through foresight? I don't know. For some reason, I thought that was undodgeable. I don't know. Maybe I knew that. I should know that. But yeah, so foresight apparently made the alt useless. We've got him stunned. He's got taunt again, so there's nothing we can do but hit him. So we'll finish this and then get Ayla. All right. 66 banners. It was ugly in the middle, but we came out all right in the end. I could use Mara Jade on either one of these teams. I actually feel like this team is more of a threat. We've got Luke still. We've got Vader still. His cleanse would be a pain for Vader. So maybe we can Vader this, Empire this, and save Luke for the back wall. We do have Geos back there. Vader kills Geos. We've got bounty hunters. Okay, so the question is, where do I use my... What's the biggest threat? Because I've got Jedi Knight Luke and... Yeah, so maybe Jedi Knight Luke goes here. So if we do Jedi Knight Luke here, Vader on the Geos, this is easy. Then we can do Mara Jade up top. And what does that leave us with? What else do we have? We got a Wampa. Bounty hunters. Are the bounty hunters better here? Maybe we use bounty hunters here, because then if we get stuck behind Savage, we just, you know, pull the execute button on that. That's not bad, right? We could do this and grab Beskar, put on a Datacron with crit avoidance. Just make it hard for Savage to kill anybody. And then basically all we have to worry about is getting to Nihilus. And if we get a fast contract, execute with the Mandalorian. Can we get a fast contract with Savage here, though? That's the question. This team is doing some assists. But we've got good recovery with Grief Karga and Bosk. I don't know. I think we'll be able to handle the damage from Treya's leadership with this team. Okay, so let's taunt. We will... Wow. That did absolutely nothing to Savage. Okay. Kick Scion, I guess. Wow. This is bad. We're not going to get our contract ever against this team because... Yeah, we're not... Yeah, we needed to... I think we needed to have put... see if we... we only got 6 Whistling Birds. We're not going to kill Dooku. I think this was a mistake on my part with leadership because it's just going to be too hard for us to get the contract on the weakest enemy from Bosk's leadership with Savage in the way. Okay. Then we can get an attack there. One attack. Man, 70% of the way to the goal. Okay, first execute goes in. Okay, Trey is the weakest enemy now. Oh, this should be the contract. Okay. So now we can make Savage disappear. And we got to get to another round of Annihilate before Nihilus gets to another round of Annihilate. That's inconvenient. We should be able to kill Scion here. And then we got to be careful not to set him off, right? Because if we go in and do... There we go. All right, we got the Annihilate up. Yeah, if we do the... if we do enough damage to him, then Treya's Omicron will reset his cooldowns and he'll kill somebody else. Okay, so we're worked our way through it. 57 banners is pretty awful, but we'll take it. It's a W. So we've got a win in the win column. Let's go use the Mara Jade team up top and the Jedi Knight Luke team. So we can kill this team with the Luke team. We can kill this team with the Mara Jades. We'll have to check real quick and make sure that because this guy does have good mods, we're gonna have to make sure that we don't walk into something with him actually having better speed than us. So we're at like 309 or something like that. 297 on Bosk. Boba Fett can be fast. 251. So we should be in good shape. Check our Thrawn. 309, right? Yeah. Okay, so we should be able to get this done. Catch up on chat over here. Arva Blood Spirit says hello. Hey, Arva. Garrett says, when are you getting back on the new account? I don't know. I probably won't stream the new account this week. I did like the first 4 days. I got to get those videos posted up. So I did like the first 4 days. I did a 7-day update, like a weekly update, so I'll post that. I mean, I suppose I can do some more gameplay on it if you guys really want me to. I'll probably do some gameplay on Mondays when I do the Obtisio update. And it may just swap. I may, you know, at some point, if I give up the Obtisio account, I'll just be doing the Lex Talionis account on Monday instead of Obtisio. But it's just grindy. I mean, where we're at right now in the game, I'm level 46, and there's nothing to see. I mean, it's just the same stuff over and over and over again now until we get higher levels. You just level up, use your levels to unlock more stuff. And I got Vader, so right on the 7th day, 8th day, I guess technically it would be the 8th day. On the 8th day we got Vader, just from doing quests. So we're building him now. My performance in Galactic War has been quite dissatisfying. I don't know. I remember it being painful, but there's been a couple days where I've got such low participation in the Galactic Wars. I think a couple days back I only completed 3 battles, and the 4th battle was already some crazy, like level 67, like a real team, you know, like Jedi, with Anakin and a bunch of good Jedi, Bastila Shan lead. There was nothing I could do. I just, like, everything in my roster falls to that team, and it was like on the 4th spot. So I just got shut down hard. Okay, we still got Jedi Knight Luke. We've still got Mon Mothma. Let's use Luke here, I guess. What's on the back wall still is Geos and a First Order team. Geos will Vader. First Order, can we just Wampa First Order? Is that Wampa-able? You know what? We've been experimenting this GAC, so even if it's not Wampa-able, we'll just try. We'll throw Wampa at it and see what happens. Let's use a Datacron here, not because I need to, but because I can. I have them. Might as well use them. In we go. I'd like to see the farming path you're planning for the Lex account. So in the day 2 video, I show pretty in depth all of the different stuff that I'm planning to farm. So if you haven't watched day 2 of the Lex account, that's where I set up all of the farming stuff. So yeah, I'll be showing videos of it, but that stuff's now a matter of record, so to speak. Okay, let's get in there with this guy. Let's pass the turn back over to him. It's a pretty awful turn meter status, but just want to kill everybody quickly, take all of our banners, and mosey on off to the back wall. Yeah, 65. Jar Jar says, if you're playing, you may as well stream. I suppose that's a fair point. I mean, if I'm going to play it tonight, I could just stream it. All right. I'll stream it when I'm done. Geos, Vader. We'll put in Savage to tank because I don't really need him anywhere else. I suppose that would be foolish. Gear 12 Geos. I mean, 1 relic Geo shouldn't be a problem. Let's just use a couple guys in here to get Vader's speed up. Yeah, I'm not going to use him somewhere else, right? So we'll just do this. We'll put in a Datacron that gives us offense. If we can find offense somewhere. Crit chance, accuracy, ton of armor penetration, crit damage, offense. This is a bunch of crit damage. Crit chance, offense. Now this is probably the most offensive one that I've got left. Okay, let's get in there. Savage can also win against First Order. This is overkill against Geos. Yes, it is. But man, I'm telling you, I have dropped battles to Geos before, and I really hate dropping battles to Geos. Geos aren't hard to beat, but if you put a team against them that should be able to beat them, and you don't, then they are not easy to clean up, you know? That's the problem I've had in the past. I'll put a team in there to beat the Geos, all completely overconfident and be like, oh yeah, it's no problem. And then get wrecked. Let's try the Wampa on this. I don't see why the Wampa shouldn't work, right? There is a stun on their team, but we should have tons of tenacity stacked up in a hurry. They don't have healing immunity on them, right? Do they have healing immunity? I don't think anybody on this team has healing immunity. So with no healing immunity and without the ability to stun me, then I think we just win this. I still have Mon Mothma, Geos, some other stuff. This should be a foregone conclusion, I would think. Oh wait, you're supposed to use Merciless Massacre before the Force Crush. I always start with Force Crush. If you play with Emperor Palpatine lead and you start with the Force Crush, you'll get a free turn. So with the Emperor Palpatine lead, then that's always going to be the right first move. But if you've just got Vader in the lead, I do Merciless Massacre. That way when I do Force Crush on the Brute does not counterattack and I don't lose banners. Because even if the Brute counterattacks you for like just a little bit of protection, you lose banner for it, right? Vader probably isn't going to get that banner back. So that's my way of avoiding the counterattack from the Brute. And then you get it again at the end, right? So if you do Force Crush as your first move once you're in Merciless Massacre, then by the time you get back around, you have Force Crush again. You can do it again on Brute, and again, avoid the counterattack. Alrighty, let's get in here against the Executor with the Pro Fun Diddy. And let's pray to the random number generator that we get a couple assists, or at least a daze, onto that Xanadu blood. In the Force we believe. Dark side, light side, all sides of the Force must come together and join, and we must get assists. Be assisted. That wasn't 0 assists. All right, assists. We lose. And that's it, boys. That's how easy it is to lose against the Executor, right there. Maybe we can salvage this with an area effect from the Ghost here, or the Phantom. Let's see if we can kill Cad Bane. Alright, well, Cad Bane's dead. We're still going to lose it because we have no tank right now. So they're just going to walk through all of our stuff. We're going to have to spin on... Oh, no, we can do it this way. Cleanse that off, get the buff off. And let's see if we can get this Boba Fett dead. Come on, let's go. Another reinforcement, IG-2000. Okay, another reinforcement. And let's see if we can get this IG-2K. All right, and then we haven't even started on this Razor Crest in any meaningful way. 98% alt. So we should have the alt. Ooh. Ooh. All right, let's just do that. Do the alt, get the enemy capital ship out of here. The question is, do we have enough health left on these ships to survive? I think so. I think we're good. I think we did manage to salvage that. Just keep picking away at Houndstooth here. Let's use this skill. We'll use that to heal up. Oh, we got extremely lucky here. Man, I can't believe we pulled this off. Oof. 64 banners. I'll take it. Fundy says, by the way, this is Claraine. It's so rare that I get to catch a live stream. All right, so there you go. If you see Thundy's name in chat, that is the new fearless leader for the Legio Lex Talionis. He texted me in game and told me to get in the Discord. He said, join the guild Discord. So, being kind of the smart aleck that I am, I texted him back and I said, I am the guild. Oh, man. I tell you what. Rude behavior. Rude behavior. I thought it was funny, though. I amused myself, if no one else. All right, let's put Plo in here. Once they put the dazes out, it might be good for me to Plo them off. So we'll do this, and that will leave us the negotiator for that last fleet. DL, did you end up making that new player guild you were talking about? My brother just started a new account. Yes, we started the guild, and to be honest, we were talking about, like, how are we going to recruit, make sure that we get enough people, all that stuff. And the guild filled up in like 4 days. So we're at 50. A couple players I don't think I think may have already quit or never intended to play in the first place or whatever. So we'll have to sort out, gain and lose a few members as we get started here. But if you want to get into the guild, get over on the chat, give a message to Thundy, make sure they know you're aware that that you want to join the guild. And then if there's an open slot, we will try to get members of the channel into the guild. Let's see. Spy's not the best move here, but I'm going to take it in hopes. Okay, we get 5s. Let's just cut 5s down. Then Anakin will take a turn. Then he'll come out of stealth. Then we can target. Nope, can't target him. Oh, he just died from the buzz droids before the enemy capital ship could put the unending loyalty back on him. So this battle is a victory. Just a matter of a few moments. Buzz droids are good. All right, not high banners, but we got it. Are a bunch of them alts or are they new players? Asked Fingus. 60-40 of alt accounts and new players, but that's a ballpark. Yeah, I think there's a good helping of like people who are new to the game. I do think there's quite a few people in the guild that are just on a new account, not necessarily new to the game, just on a new account. We never defined that. Honestly, guys, I didn't think it was going to fill up that fast. So if you said, hey, should we limit it to people who are actually new to the game? I would have said, nah. I mean, we're going to have a problem getting to 50 people anyway. I underestimate things like this. I don't know why, but like I totally underestimated the community response to that guild. But yeah, it's up and running. We ran our first raid already. I went in there today with Allura and played that account again. It's so dangerous playing that account, man. As soon as I touch the buttons, I want to start playing it again. Have to resist the urge. Okay. What do we want to do here? Let's take the lightning bolt off here and then try to get a really big hit down onto Sunfac. I think that's better for right now than Rex. We could bring Rex in, but we certainly don't want to, use Rex on Anakin in this state. If you give Anakin another turn, then he comes out of stealth and just gets himself killed. So just be aware of that if you find yourself playing a matchup like this. It's not always the right thing to just bring Rex in and throw turn meter at Anakin, or you might get him prematurely detonated. Okay, that was ugly. 1795 banners. That's like, I don't know, 50 banners short of where we would want to be. But we dropped a couple battles, right? We messed around with this Mon Mothma, and then we dropped a battle. Is that the only one? Or did we fight two battles somewhere else? Is that the only battle we dropped? It is. Wow, how did we end up so low on banners? I feel like we should have like 1840 or something. We dropped like, let's say, 15 banners on that. Let's see, probably 4, 8. Probably dropped about 10 banners versus what we could have had on the fleet. And we dropped 30 battles. Okay, right? So that I guess that 40 points that we're missing is basically one dropped battle and then that terrible fleet battle that we had against Executor. That makes sense. 1795 is pretty good. It's pretty good. My opponent's going to have to play really well. He's got to beat that Jabba in one shot with his SLKR or whatever he intends to use there. So, and then he still has to deal with my Executor on defense. I don't know. I think we're in good shape. It'll be close. It'll be close. He can drop one battle and still win. Fingus says my bro is lives in Austin and he's visiting. He needs some good teachers. Yeah, send him on over. Get him on the list. Hey, DL, I have to leave now. Thanks for sharing your experience. See you next stream. Bye. All right. See you later, music. All right, then. All right. So, TCO. Let's take a look at the Grang Arena over here. And we can view current round. Take a look at our opponent on Opticio. 7.9 million galactic power, bigger than the guy that we just fought on Loquitur. 3-4 in ships, 4-5 in characters. Galactic War Battles won 23,000, so 5.5 years. 6-star Executor. But SLKR showing in Squad Arena, that's interesting. Executor, yes. Finalizer is in. No Profundity or Leviathan. 3 GLs with Kenobi, Luke, and SLKR. No Jabba the Hutt, huh? Is he working on Jabba? Hutt Cartel. Well, he's a long way off from Jabba if he's working on him. Interesting. Okay, he's got Skywalker in the house. A bunch of stuff. Starkiller. Mara Jade. And then just requirement characters. Okay. Sure, why not? Let's take a look at speed here. Fastest non-GL character, Ahsoka Tano. 358, that's pretty good. General Skywalker in third place at 318. A row down, Malik. 311 still. Ooh, he's got a lot of fast characters. Okay, so yeah, a lot of solid mods. 305 on Revan. 2 rows down. Oh, interesting. I'm not used to having an opponent with mods this good at this level with the TCO account. All right, let's get in there and see what he put on defense. I don't see any Galactic Legends right away. We've got Bosk, we've got CLS. We can Savage the CLS. That's nice. We can CLS the gas. Oh, there's Jedi Master Luke. Yeah, we're stuck on that. We're not getting through that. Yeah, we've got a team here. I think Mara Jade's going to be too fast for me, right? 301, 371. That's going to be close. 371. Let's look at our Imperial troopers. Scrubbo troopers. Let us take a look at Moff Gideon on this account. Can't remember exactly where he's at. 359, 379. So 379 versus 371. So we can give that battle a try. We'll give it a shot. Put in Stark. It's not a very good team, is it? So we don't have Palpatine in the lead. We've got Mara Jade in the team, but we don't have an Ufu. We don't have, like, any of the Starkiller requirements, really, right? What does he need? If there are no Galactic Legends and Starkiller has 1 Jedi, 1 light side, Ufu, 1 Sith, and 1 other Ufu. So he doesn't have that, right? We're missing that. So Starkiller on defense always makes me sad, says Arva. 9-inch Nails droid says, what is that Starkiller team? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what this Starkiller team is. But if you don't meet his conditions, then you don't get the speed. And this doubles the speed, and you also don't get that. So she's at 301. No one gets any speed on this team. All right, let's see if we can go in there and rough them up. This is just for science. This is a pretty weak team. It's not even a Relic 8 Dark Trooper. No Datacron, weak guys. So we just go in here and You are the weakest link, Moff Gideon, so we're going to drain turn meter here. Oh, wow. You got carved. Link up. Punchies. You think you're the Emperor's hand? I'm the Emperor's fist. Hey, Thrawn. Get assisted on, nerd. Bye. Bye, Blue Elon Musk. Okay, Starkiller going down. Man, these guys are folding like a house of cards. Troopers. Too good, these troopers. Alright, we got a team here. We can probably deal with that somehow. I'm inspired now to try to kill this Luke team. I don't know how I can kill it, though. Even with multiple... If I did my Jedi Knight... Yeah, no, that's... Yeah. So if I did my Jedi Knight Luke team, a couple characters on there aren't relicked, and that first hit that he does with the area effect is enough to kill Gear 12 characters unprotected. So I think that's a no-go. Alright, let's Savage this. If Starkiller on defense makes you sad, then how do you feel about CLS on defense? That must also make you sad. It makes me sad. I don't know. I think a CLS is way too good. So CLS beats a lot of stuff on offense, but the true power of CLS is that it beats so much stuff on offense. So if you have your CLS team on offense, you can use it in, like, you know, I don't know, 15 different scenarios where it's useful. Heck, I just beat Jabba the Hutt with it on my Loquitur account, right? So that's pretty good. Oh, and also the whole CLS team can be soloed by Savage, which is sad. You know, if this was my CLS team, I would be sad. So you can either take it on offense and beat a Galactic Legend, or you can put it on defense and get soloed. We had a problem with this one time where we had C-3PO and we got it down to just Luke, and that was a problem. So I'm leaving Chupio up here to try to avoid that I get the combat down to just 3PO and Luke. Okay. We avoided that scenario. Hopefully we don't end up with the same thing here with, like, infinite recovery with Chupio. Alright. Donk. If anybody watches League of Legends, it reminds me of Darius's finishing move with the axe. Just get donked on. Okay, so CLS team should be able to walk through this gas team. We're going to pick our best Sunday best Datacron here. Let's do a 15% that has some good stats on it. In we go. We'll just stun fives, take down gas, go from there. CLS on defense is good. Arva says, I'm fairly confident that my CLS team would just blow up a Savage. I don't know. Maybe it would. Maybe it wouldn't. It's all relative, right? So, I mean, that's a Relic 5 Savage. If you had a much better CLS team, but I had a Relic 8 Savage, I think the outcome would be the same, right? Okay, let's get in here. This 5s is actually pretty stout. Man, we got nothing done there, boys. Okay, this is no bueno. No bueno. 0 clones killed on that for. Oh, dodged. Quit attacking 5s. Good gravy. How hard can it be? Got dazes on us. Alright. Come on. 5s is only relic 4 as well. You gotta get this Rex out of here before he decides to go nuclear on us. Just try to do big damage here. That was big damage. Big-ish. Okay. Done. Days for days. Nice, Sean. My CLS would have like 200% armor pen plus 100% crit cron. I don't remember that 8 at walking on this map. He probably uses Leia in squad. Alright. We got a bounty hunter team here that we got to deal with. We've still got a lot of good teams left because, well, we're not going to fight through to the back. So we've got bounty hunters. We've got the Jedi Knight Luke team. Got all kinds of good stuff. Alright, so First Order is the only other thing left down there. We could potentially... We got Radice. Radice might actually not be great against this team, because if they rocket execute somebody, then I could be stuck with fewer banners. We could do Luke here. We could do Radice. Could do the Empire team. The Empire team might be fast enough. Let me check. 295. Is that the best you got? Let's see how fast we are on Yango. 289. Oh man, this team is just, it's too much control, right? Like, we can control this and kill them. I can even put Vader in the team because I don't need him somewhere else. So we do Vader here, and then we just do whatever. We get tons of teams to do against the First Order. CLS usually loses to Iden, but that's fine. That's one Omicron team gone, and the Iden team needs full relics or it can get blown up. CLS is one of the team that scales insanely well with relics. You need to at least match relics to beat it. I would agree with that assessment. Alright, let's do a Force Crush here. Merciless Massacre. Let's put ability blocks on as many people as we can. Then we'll get another Force Crush for another free turn. Get IG. Oh. IG says no. Denied. Marjade does Marjade things. Got a stun on Bosk. Try to get a stun on everybody now. Sure, why not everybody? Take away turn meter from this. Never mind. Dengar's in stealth. Not really much we can do there. Do Merciless Massacre again. Hey, Dengar's not in stealth anymore. We'll go around the group again. I'll save Merciless Massacre just because once I'm done, or Force Crush, because then I can get another free turn with Force Crush. Why not? Let's kick Bosk because we can. Dengar's the one we got to get out of here. He's going to steal banners from us. He's going to chuck a bunch of craziness across the screen and steal banners from everybody if we don't watch it. Alright, here's an attack. I'm actually going to do the Force Crush here so that I can try to call him out. And it didn't work. It wasn't enough. Stun everybody. It's pretty boring, guys, to be honest with you. There it is. Can't believe we couldn't get around to avoiding that. That's so annoying. Steals all of our banners. Okay, fought it off the best I could, though. I thought I could call him out with that Vader hit, but guess we just didn't have enough stakes of stuff. Banner recovery. Who can recover banners? Palpatine? That's not quite enough to get him back to full protection, but okay. Stock up. Give him a kick. Now he should be dead, right? Like, this should be the end. Alright, 62. Not pretty. We got it done. Let's go down bottom. And let's use Radice against this team. And probably not because I need the Radice team, but just because it should finish out at 66 banners. We do have Kylo in here, though. I mean, this team still kills Kylo once we've got the ult down on him and he can't heal, right? So, should be good. You know, it somewhat triggers me that you always open up with Mara Jade's second special and not her first. Especially when the first one applies tenacity down. Oh. Well, get triggered then. Okay. You. I like doing in that order because the second special puts staggers on them and then the first special triggers the staggers. So I can debuff enemies and then remove all their turn meter, and that's done with right at the start. I prefer that order. And I'm not usually fighting teams that have a billion tenacity and can resist her debuffs anyway, so unless it's a character like specifically designed to resist, it's still going to come out to the same thing anyway. I just like triggering that stagger right away. Quite happy with it. Okay. No healing immunity. Okay, I guess we have to live with that. Yeah, we'll just do it now. Do it now. 66 banners, just as predicted. Okay, let's go back to ships. We've got a 459,000 galactic power fleet for Rebels with the Ghost in the starting lineup, or the Phantom, I mean. That is a ton of galactic power. So there's like tons of really big reinforcements, and we're starting out with the Ghost and the Phantom on the field. Weird. Don't know why that would be. We'll take this in. We'll take in Plo, and we will assume that this is going to be a super easy victory. I don't feel like I need to pinch the last few banners, so I'm going to bring a bunch of reinforcements in that I probably won't need. But it's quite a bit of galactic power, so I'm afraid of like a Bosk or something crazy coming in as a reinforcement and giving me problems. Alright, let's do this. Some buzz droids. Alright. Oh, wow, no assist. Okay. So I'm all, completely overconfident that we're going to just crush this. And then, like, 10 moves in, he's just destroying me. Let's actually take out the Oot Rider. I feel like that's much more of a threat. Hey, Buzz Droids for you. I know you just got rid of them. Did your Rolly maneuver, but take that, 64 banners. Okay, then we've got negotiator fight to do. And I don't think that we're going to have to worry about... Okay, so Vader's not in the starting lineup, so the TIE Interceptor is definitely not an issue. We're only going to do 2 reinforcements. We're going to kick out the 3rd one. I think this battle is going to be over in a hurry. I predict. For everybody chilling out in here, please remember to use that like button. Activate your like saber, get that like button out of here. I certainly would appreciate that. Alright. We're not a rebel fleet, so the flames don't cause us to be unable to assist. So we can do that. We'll target over here. Hit the big skill. That's nice damage. Killed everything but the tank. Bring in this Rex. See if we can recover a banner here. 73. That's alright. Alright, so that's what we can clear. Oh, he's already played. Or he is playing. Shawless. 67 banners. Okay, so he killed my Grievous team already. And maybe he doesn't plan to play. We shall see. 861 for a 2-zone clear, staring at his JML. I think we got pretty good banners. I think he's got his work cut out for him because we do have that profundity on defense. So if he's planning to finish playing, good luck to him. Otherwise, it'll be another green check mark for me in the win column. Yeah, so maybe we're 3-0 on Loquitur and 2-1 on Obtisio. I'm thinking that's what it looks like to me. Pretty good. Usually hit the like button before I say hi, says Jar Jar. I've never had to unlike. Hey, well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Okay, so people actually do want to see me playing more of the Talionis stuff, huh? So if that's the case, then I need to close that account. And I need to restart something, and it will probably cause the stream to freeze like it usually does. So prepare for stream freeze. That doesn't drop the stream entirely. It'll come back online. And we can play this Lex Talionis account. All right. Sean says yes. We are frozen. Panic. Yeah, I don't know why that is, but sometimes when I have to like restart stuff and it engages my hard drive, when the hard drive is idled down, for whatever reason, like the whole computer just locks up until it can get the hard drive going. All right, let's get this account started. Click over onto Lex Talionis. This would be day 8. Day number 8. No, day number... Wait, what? Yeah, I'm sorry. It's day number 9. So we started it on a Saturday. Today is Sunday. That makes this day number 9. And it shows day number 10 because we reset the clock on the first day. And it actually gave us a 2-for-1 on the first day that we played. Okay, so this is day 9 for the account. Day number 9. And we've got Vader unlocked and we're level 46. Okay, let me check events here. I haven't done events for the day. Let's see. You have to do 47 to complete the next First Order thing. That's all stuff that I can't do. Still got 15 hours left on the Rancor raid to be done. So I don't know why it was showing all kinds of stuff over there. Interesting. So it's on the wrong screen. It's on the Lex Talionis screen, but I think it's not showing the right thing. Hang on a second here. Let me relink. And see if that works. Okay. Are we on the Lex count now? Yeah, okay, all right. Chat's probably screaming that at me right now, but I don't see. Okay. We're not seeing your new account. I still see DL. Yeah, so like I said, when I have to restart and do all that stuff while I'm on stream, it does some goofy stuff and then I have to relink it. So if I don't do that like before I start the stream, then I have to do it midstream. What is the goal or the function of the new account? A lot has changed with the early game, and I wanted to see if I could gain some experience for talking about the 2024 new player guide. But apparently this event that's going on right now is a limited time event. So I'm starting an account where they gave me free Phoenix, but apparently that's only going to last for a limited amount of time. So I'm getting experience with the new gameplay, but in a way where, you know, if I if I try to make a new account guide using this account, it's already kind of not what other people would see because that event's not always going to be there. So I didn't understand that event was always only temporary. I thought it was something that they had included into the game that was going to be there for starting players. So I wanted to play through with it and see how that looked. But now, I mean, it looks like that's not going to be the new player experience. After 29 more days, that event will expire, and then you're back to building the account without the free Phoenix. So, I don't know. But that's it. It's just to try to reacquaint myself with playing a new account so that as I do a new guide for 2024, it'll be current and relevant to how the game works now. Because last time I played 1 to 85 was when I built Loquitur, and that's going on 3 years ago now. So yeah, I gotta get with the times. Geo Soldier, I got all the way to 7 stars already, and the timing worked out really well. Like I said, I've tried to keep a bank of crystals of 300 or so, but all the other crystals I've spent on Cantina refreshes, and I got 46 and got Sector 4 unlocked right as I got the 7th star on my soldier. I probably should have farmed him a little bit less because there's already been one event where I got 10 shards. So now I have my first shard shop currency too, so I over farmed him by 10 shards. But yeah, we're up to spy now, We got 10 shards on Spy. So yeah, that's where we're at in Cantina. We've finished off Sector 4. We've unlocked Light Side 5, and we've gone through Light Side 5, Normal and Hard, and completed all those nodes. We've got access to Mon Mothma now, and I kind of added a little bit to the farming tab. So within the farm stuff that I've got going on, I did add Iden Versio and Mon Mothma down here. I'm farming Anakin, Sabine, Rex, Hera, Veers. Those are the nodes that I have access to right now. And with Mon Mothma and Iden Versio, I can get them most days because I'm grabbing some free energy, and then like you level up, and the level up almost every day is giving me enough to farm more. I do have access to Vandor Chewbacca as well. So when I can, I'm farming him too. So I've got like all kinds of farms going on, and if I wanted to do all of these every day, then I have to do a refresh. So let's take a look at this. We'll farm Anakin. Anakin's just too good to pass up. You know, good character, good ship, easy, not hard gear to build him. So we're going to do that. Then we'll farm our Phoenix Squad. And this is where we have to do our refresh. What I'm probably going to do going forward is I'll refresh toward the end of the day. You know what? Since we're streaming it, we'll just refresh now. I'll just do one refresh on this so that I can get a few more hard farms in. And again, I think that we could do a little bit more or optimize a little bit, but I basically want to play in a way that every player can do this. So if I'm doing like one Cantina refresh and one regular energy refresh every day, that should be something that anybody playing the game has access to. Like, you don't need to be super efficient to be able to do this. Just make sure you set your time to something that works for you, so that in the morning you can always grab your free energy, and then throughout the day when you get your free energy, you want to be able to grab that. All right, so we've got 454 crystals. That means we can do 2 Cantina refreshes today. So we'll spend here, and we'll spend again. And once we're under 300 crystals, we'll stop refreshing. We'll keep those 300 crystals in the bank for a rainy day in case we need something. We had 10, we got 38, so 28 shards today. That's nice. Okay, go to the shop, buy all the stuff here that we can for credits, adding that stock of gear for leveling up these characters. Grab another chopper. We are almost done with the chopper. I'm saving here because I want to buy Mark III detonators when they show up. Grab Kane and Jarrus out of the shop here. Galactic War, we gotta go fight. Mods aren't open yet. So sad. There's my 150 shards from trading in on the soldier when I did the event. Gave me extra shards. I gotta reject this because I've already got 50 friends. Sorry. Let's go in here. Collect our free Bronzium card. Then we'll go to the challenges. I don't think 46 advances me any challenges that I haven't already done. We'll just sim those. And with the teams that I'm building, I've had no problem doing these events. So we can do that. One of the people in chat said we want to see the teams that we're building. So basically, these are the teams. So it's a lot of stuff. And I think Geo's... I didn't ever make a Geo team, did I? Oh, yikes. Create new squad. Geos, they got to go straight to the top of the list. Let's see. The order that they need to go in. Brood Alpha. Oop. Where's Brood Alpha? That's Poggle. So Brood Alpha. Then we need... Sunfac. Soldier. Spy. Poggle. Okay, confirm the squad. This bugs me. Actually, I should have named that squad This Bugs You. Alright, rename and rearrange. Put the bugs up top. Alright, so I'll do a little bit of rearrangement as well here to make a point. So let's try to make a point real quick. Where's the Empire team? There it is. Okay. So we've got an Empire team that we're going to do with Palpatine, Mara Jade if we can get her. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll get her eventually. I don't know how early. TIE Fighter pilot, Vader, Moff Gideon. This team already, if you build up their stars, this team can already do pretty amazing work in Darkside GOTB. If you've got your Vader to Relic, this team can clear 4 waves in the first and second zones, even if all these characters are pretty weak. Because again, like we've shown before, you get at top of the turn meter train, you just go and you keep going. Geos will do well in Darkside Geo TB, and then Veers, same thing. These troopers will do well in the Darkside Geo and also do assault battles. Similar thing for light side. Phoenix, we're going to do light side Hoth with this guild. Phoenix will be able to get pretty good scores. Completions. Hoth is pretty easy, and the Phoenix are required for special missions in some cases. A Jedi team here with Qui-Gon, Anakin, Mace, Ahsoka, and Kenobi. And again, for light side Hoth, that'll do just fine. And then we're going to want to build a Rebel team. And instead of the CLS Journey characters, we could try to put a Mon Mothma lead on this or something. So we'll try to have 3 teams that work in light side Hoth and 3 teams that work in dark side Geo pretty early on. And that all goes together with the Geo fleet that we're building, with pilots, with characters, with stuff that we want and need for account income. So that's kind of the strategy. And yeah, it'll just, I mean, it just takes a while to build all these characters and farm their shards. Nothing to do but just chug away and keep grinding away on the shards. We've almost got Chopper to 7 stars, Soldiers done, Zeb's on 6 stars, Kanan is almost to get his 6 star. So especially for the shop characters, they build pretty fast. We'll get some currency from the raid, but it's shockingly low at the level we're at. Oh, player level up. Hey, grab that extra energy. Go dump it in the cantina right away. And then we'll go farm some more characters right away. Don't want this energy sitting around. Here we go. And I think we were farming Veers. So let's go finish that. And if anybody wonders why we're building like a Dash Rendar smuggler team or any of the stuff that's in that tab, I explain it in day number 2. And also it's explained in both, well, probably Hope of Rebellion has a better explanation for that team that we're going to get up and running for the Smugglers Run event. Alright, so I farmed 5 characters already. When I get my free energy tomorrow. We'll do Vandor, Mon Mothma, Iden Versio. We'll just keep collecting shards on all these characters. What else is there to see? I don't know. I feel like there's not that much to look at. Did that... What is 47 unlocked? Does that unlock Darkside 5? 5 normal? 49. 49. So 47 unlocked an event. Alright. So we should be able to do this event. Other than that, I don't think 47 unlocked anything special for me. KY says it's a good hint not to overfarm. Yeah, I didn't realize that some of the fleet events were going to give me geos, so I'll stop on spy. I'll stop, somewhere in the 7th star, so that if I get any, I mean, I don't mind having shards for the shard shop, right? Like I don't. That's not a bad deal. I have this idea though that I might want to actually stop leveling this account for a little bit, somewhere like level 50, because I feel like I want to compare Galactic War teams. So if I built a trooper team, I have a feeling for how a normal trooper team is going to do. I mean, you're not going to have Piet, you're not going to have the turn meter train, you're not going to have enough damage. The Iden Versio version of it works a lot better than the regular troopers, so there's some, like, let's say, quality of that team. Then the Phoenix, and I think the Phoenix team is worse than the Iden Versio team for sure. But what about a Mon Mothma team? Because Mon Mothma, even at relatively low skill tiers, does get a bunch of recovery. There's a bunch of assists. The damage out of that team is pretty good. And because they share stats, you're always going to be overstated compared to your opponents. So if you farmed 3PO and Chewie and Mon Mothma at a pretty low level, but got that team up and running, would the Mon Mothma team in fact be the Galactic War team? Is that a good Galactic War team? So if I was, but I would have to, like, because I'm already invested in the account, I would actually have to stop doing my daily quests so that I could build up some of those characters and test them against each other and have Galactic War races. I don't want to start like 8 or 9 new accounts just to, try a bunch of different things and see what works. So I did earmark Mon Mothma. Biggs is a shop character. There's a bunch of the Rebel fighters that are shop characters. Cassian, Jyn Erso. So if you farmed Mon Mothma, put Chupio in the team, then 3 other Rebel fighters. How would that work? Is that actually better than Phoenix? Better than Iden Versio at low level Galactic Wars? I don't know. I'd kind of like to answer that question. So, or maybe there's other people who already have farmed that kind of stuff who know. I don't know. But anyway, I might experiment with the account again. I don't know 100% what I'm gonna do. I need to use this account to help educate myself to build a better 2024 guide. That's the point. That's the idea. Is Profundity in the farming yet? Well, Profundity is a year out, right? Profundity is like... so this account's going to build for income. So the first 3 to 6 months are just going to be income teams. We'll get Dash Rendar because we need him eventually for Profundity, and we'll build a Smuggler's Run team around him. We'll build the troopers to do assault battles. We'll, get the income and the account rolling in. And then we'll build a full Relic CLS team, including C-3PO, Ewoks, all that stuff. And then we'll go into Profundity after that. That is the intent for this account. Speaking of Mothma, I think my last 2 spots on my GL Leia team are going to be Baze and Mon Mothma, so she can revive Rebel fighters, Drogon and Baze, and adds an additional Rebel to the team. Summon with the extra guy that you summon. Cool. And Mon Mothma also with the extra summon is another way to remove buffs from the opponents, and that really helps a lot if your team isn't good at removing buffs and getting around taunts and stuff like that. Mothma summons the extra guy and he removes buffs, and that's pretty convenient. Pretty convenient. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to pack it in there. Again, once you get into the grind of things, that first day was like super long for us. The second and third day were interesting, but now that we're just into the grind. You know, it's every day the same thing. Farm your characters, spend your currency, buy stuff out of the shop, and just wait for yourself to level up. There's really not much else to do. In the raid though, we've got to start with the normal Rancor. This is painful. So you got to do like normal Rancor, heroic Rancor, regular tank raid, heroic tank raid, regular Sith raid. So not until your 6th raid can you actually be on the heroic Sith. So we're going to get 1600 token 1 for this raid. That's pathetic. All right, but within 3 weeks, we'll move our way up through those raids and we'll be on heroic Sith. So that's what we will do. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you all for coming, hanging out, watching. Appreciate each and every one of you. Please remember to hit that like button on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. Subscribe to the channel. Use the notification bell so you know when I'm doing live streams like this one. And join us over on the Discord. The link is in the description of the holocron down below. Click that. Come over, join the Loquitur Discord. 96% less toxic than the normal Discord. Great community over there, especially for, people who like a nice environment where they can ask a question and have an experienced player give them a serious answer. It's a pretty nice place to be. Hope to see you over there. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next holocron.